Iris was asking me yesterday, what do you do if everything fits great in your sewing pattern except your bust? Your bust is bigger than the sewing pattern. Well, I'm going to show you how to make your bust adjustment in a pattern, but still keep the integrity of the pattern. That's right, we are going to make this pattern fit those giant boobies. So today I'm going to show you how to increase the bust but keep the rest of the pattern the same size. Don't worry, we're going to check back in with Iris later and see how she thinks we did. So to demonstrate this, I've increased the bust size on the dress form. So the original sloper bodice that I have is not going to fit this. It's going to look horrible. Let me show you. At first glance, you might think it doesn't look so bad, but if we really analyze it and take a look, the neckline's too low. The shoulder is way down here and not back here. And if we turn it to the side, oh my gosh, the back of the armhole is in the center of the armhole and our side seam is way up here and our side seam should be way back here. So everything is pulling forward. And if we turn it to the back, it doesn't zip up in the back because the bust is so big in the front. And you can see that the back waist is lifting up. This is a nightmare and it does not fit. So this pattern is going wrong at so many different spots. This seems super complicated to fix, but I'm going to show you how to fix this in a few easy steps. Real quick before we start, if you're enjoying Sewing Anastasia, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to learn more about sewing, make sure you check out my online classes and my in-person classes. There are links down below. Now let's get back to fixing this. So let's take a look at the pattern we're working with. So this here is the muslin that is on the dress form right now. Now here's our dart and here's our armhole. And what we need to do is expand this area here. So what we want to do is come up an inch from the tip of the dart because we want to know where our apex is, generally an inch up there. You could also mark it on yourself if you have it on. And then we want to pick mid armhole. And what we're going to do is draw a line to the mid armhole. Now we're going to come over to the muslin and we're going to cut up and over, and you're going to see how this adjustment adjusts all the problems happening on the muslin. And then I'm going to show you how to make these adjustments to your pattern. So what we want to do is transfer this blue line here to our muslin. And so if I place this pattern on top of here, you can see where that's going to be. So to demonstrate, I'm going to cut next to the dart leg, up to the bust tip, and then over to the armhole, because this is what we'd be doing on our pattern. I want to show you exactly what this is doing to the pattern on the body. So now let's cut into it. We are going to cut right up next to the dart. Feels a little scary, huh? And then we are going to cut all the way up to that 1 inch point above. And now we are going to cut over to the armhole, but not through. And you can see this loosening up already. And now because I have a full muslin, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. There we go. So now we can see we've cut our muslin apart. So now we're going to take the muslin and we're going to pull it back into position where it should be. So I'm going to start with the neck. So I'm going to pull the center front of the neck up. This is going to rotate the shoulders back where they need to be. So you can see how the shoulders are in place. You can see where the neck is in place. And importantly, we are going to get that side seam back at the side seam. And this is going to allow us to zip it up. So now we can see that the back panel is laying flat. We've got our side seam back in position, our shoulder, and our neck. And now what this is showing us is how much fabric we need to add to our pattern and how it's going to fit us. And you can see how the armhole's fitting really nice still as well. And you can also see how the front of the bodice, center front, is shorter, showing us that we need to add to the center front of the pattern for the bust. So now that we can see where we actually need to add the fabric, let's go over how we take these measurements and transfer this to the paper to now have a working pattern. So we need two measurements. We need to know the distance between these 2 points. So if I measure this right now, I've got about 2 inches. And then if we just hold this down, just nice and flat, we don't want to tuck it under the bust, but just nice and straight because it is a sloper bodice. And I measure this. I have about 1.25 inches down here. So I know I need to lower the front 1.25 inches, and I know I need to expand this 2 inches. So let me show you how to translate this to your pattern. So now I'm going to cut up the dart leg to the point and then over, just like I did on the muslin. Now you can see we're going to be able to open this up. And remember, we were opening this up 2 inches in between these 2 points here. So now that I have that 2 inches open, I'm going to tape it down. Okay, and you can see when we open that up that the front is shorter, just like it was on the muslin. So we are going to lower this 1.25 inches. So now I'm going to use my ruler and I'm going to extend this 1.25 inches. Here we go. So now center front is the correct length and we have this expanded here. But what do we do with all of this extra paper in here? Because we don't want a ginormous dart. So now what we need to do is draw in our new dart and we need to get rid of all of that excess. We need to push it out of the pattern. Bye. So if we left the pattern as it is, would it fit? Yes, but your dart is going to be this big. It's going to be ginormous. So we want to get rid of some of that. We're going to start by drawing in our existing dart. So since we measured 1 inch up from the tip before, we're going to measure back 1 inch down because that was a good point for our dart. Now this line here is one of our dart legs. And yes, our dart leg did get 1.25 inches longer. Now let's come over here and measure the original width of our dart. So that way our waist stays the same circumference. So our dart here is 4.25 inches wide. So I'm going to connect my original dart leg with the other one at 4.25 and draw a line. So this is the width I would like my new dart. I'm keeping it the same, 4.25, just like I had over here, 4.25. So now what we're going to do is draw in our new dart. So this is really rare. These amounts here are almost never equal. This is just a strange coincidence. Yours will probably be different. So right now what we're looking at is this space right in between here is what we're adding to the pattern. This is the excess that we're adding to make this fuller for the bust. And then what we've done over here is just measured our dart and then we just put back in the same size dart essentially. Changed a little bit, but not much. It's the same width. We're coming up 1 inch down from that point at the apex. So we've extended it a little because the waist got a little longer, right? So now what we need to do is measure the amount of the yellow paper you added here to your pattern. Now mine was 4.25, so that means we want to take out 4.25 on the side waist over here by the side seam. Because if we don't take it out, our waist is going to be way too big. But we want to keep the waist the same size, but make space for our bust. But our side seam length was a perfect length, so we don't want to adjust the length of the side seam. First, I'm going to measure at the bottom the 4.25 inches and put a mark. Now I'm going to connect that 4.25 with the underarm. And you can just see visually that right now this line is longer. So when we measure the side seam, I've got about 9.25. I'm going to measure this one and I want it to be 9.25. So you can see that it is coming up right here. So we want these lines to be the same. We're just swinging it over. We want them to be the same length. So now this excess here, we cut it off. It is gone forever. And then we're going to refold our waist and blend. So I'm going to cut this chunk off. Okay. So you can see this here is essentially the shape that was over here. Pretty cool how that works, huh? So now what we need to do is even out the waist. So what we're going to do is fold up our dart and blend the waist. So remember, we're always going to pinch up the dart leg that's closer to center front and bring it over to your other dart leg. Okay. And so I'm going to tape this down so it doesn't move on me. And now what we need to do is blend our waist. So we've got the correct side seam and we've got the correct center front, but now we need these two to blend and match together. So now what we're gonna do is take a slightly curved ruler. We're gonna line up that center front mark. We want that to be a right angle. I drew in my 1/2 inch seam allowance here. I wanna blend to the edge of the seam allowance. So our seam allowance can end up at a right angle. And now that is our new cut line. So we are going to cut this. And before we open that up, let's also blend out our armhole. So you can see the armhole here has a little bit of an indent. So let's go ahead and just blend that out. It's really just a smidge there. It's about 1/8 of an inch. We always want everything to be nice and smooth. Okay. And now we can untape the bottom here and you're going to see the shape for your new dart. So there's your new dart. There's our front extension. And then here is our bodice back to normal with one dart. But now we have this extra space in here for our bust. So that extra space is all of this here. And let's compare it to the muslin. So you can really see where we added the extra in the muslin, where we needed the space, and where it is here in the paper. Now I'm gonna cut out a new bodice and sew it up, and we can see how much better it's going to fit. All right, Iris, what do you think of the new bodice? That's right, it did. It turned out great. Don't you love it? We love it. Let's check it out. So you can see now how the neck is going up to the neck, our shoulder lines are back at the shoulders, we have no pulling across the bust, the waist is fitting beautifully, and over here at the armholes, we have it laying nice and flat, and we have our fabric coming all the way back to the side seam. And we were able to do all of this through that simple bust adjustment. Remember how that muslin fit before? Well, it didn't fit before. But now it fits! Today you learned how to create a full bust adjustment on the pattern. And remember, the neck was bad, the shoulder, the side seam, the armhole, everything was off. The waist was off, it was not fitting. And we were able to fix all of those fit issues by just one simple bust adjustment. Through this adjustment, just the bust has changed, but all the other aspects of the pattern have stayed the same. So on your pattern, if you have sleeves, a collar, a skirt that's going to attach to this bodice, it's still going to fit into it. Now I want to go over just a few additional tips if you're not getting this just right. So if you're having a problem getting your dart to be in the right spot and choosing where does that dart tip go, what I want you to do is take your paper pattern and place it on top of you, and then go ahead and fold up your dart so you can figure out exactly where is the dart tip. Where does it need to be on you? So depending on how big of a bust adjustment you made, you might have really expanded this, let's say like 4 inches, and now you're confused. Where do I put that dart tip? Well, since we're making it for you, the easiest thing to do is take your pattern, place it on you, fold the dart, and figure out exactly where that new dart tip needs to be. And also, depending on how big of a bust adjustment you made, you might need to increase the size of the dart underlay. And this is easiest to do on you as well, instead of playing a guessing game. So when you put this on you, you want everything to lay nice and flat and smooth. And you might need to add a little more, add a little less. You need this to be smooth on the front of you. So really drape it on you to get that perfect fit. I also have one more tip for removing that extra paper/fabric from the side seam. So once you go ahead and fold up your dart where you want it, you can just place this, drape this over you, and figure out how much extra paper or fabric, however you're doing your method, is hanging over the side seam. And then that's the fabric paper we need to cut off. So if you made a bigger dart over here, you don't need to take off as much paper on the side seam. If you ended up making a smaller dart over here, you're actually gonna have to take off more on the side seam. But you can see that once we made that bust adjustment, everything is laying nice and flat on the dress form. So you can use your own body to drape on and really perfect this. Thank you so much for watching Sew Anastasia today on creating a full bust adjustment. If you have any questions about this process, leave it down below and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. I would also love to know what other pattern drafting videos you would like to see this year, so make sure you leave those down below in the comments as well. And don't forget, I teach sewing classes in person in Chicago and online. Check those out through the links down below in the description. And if you want to see what's going on in the studio, well, make sure you check out my Instagram stories. I'm always posting what's going on in classes or what me and Iris are up to in the studio. And if you're not already a follower, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when the new videos come out. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching today. These videos are for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.